The John Robbins Vibe Mail, Issue 16. Hello, dears. Welcome to the new home of the John Robbins Vibe Mail. As you can imagine, news that my previous provider was shutting down and deleting all its data, the subsequent hunt for a replacement, and transitioning to our new friends at Substack has been the perfect opportunity to put into practice my new chilled-out vibe. Fingers crossed this has arrived safely in your inbox. A place similar to a cottage, albeit a digital cottage that only email can rent out. For the sake of this analogy, you, or your employer, are the management company, and ultimately your service provider, such as Hotmail for the under-18s, or BT Open World, over 50s, is the landlord/owner. Substack is also a kind of online cultural vibe symposium, and I look forward to engaging with other creatives to further debate and propagate commentary about key areas of interest amongst the intellectual elite, such as when to go own brand and potholes, a holistic approach. This Vibe Mail does contain some important info about new tour dates for Howl, so for those of you immune to /critical of /bored by my new vaunting prose, do feel free to scroll down for links to tickets for Norwich and Dublin, as well as tantalising, if ultimately irrelevant, updates about Bristol and Brighton. For those in it for the long haul, let us begin. Members present. Field Marshal the Right Honourable Sir Johnny J.R., First Lord of the Admiralty, KGOMCH. Present. Substack. To all intents and purposes, there is very little need to trouble you with about... Well, that's not very good, is it? Sorry. To all intents and purposes, there is very little I need to trouble you with about our new mailing list overlords. Ellis was rather scathing about my even mentioning a change to my content's back end, not a euphemism. However, can we really expect someone who spends the average person's yearly wage on a washing machine to have any understanding of the anxieties of real people? I think not. You may have heard tell of Substack. You may have heard tell of Substack providing a service whereby the great and good of the blog, broadband logarithm, world charge their followers for bespoke content such as this. And indeed, Substack plays a very important role in allowing artists, thinkers, and no doubt the odd crypto douchebag to offer paid subscriptions in order that they may fund their creativity, /monetize their expertise, /try to ameliorate their catastrophic losses. But let me be very clear. As an artifact of enormous cultural significance, the John Robbins Vibe Mail will remain free at the point of use, so that future generations may benefit from its wisdom, regardless of their ability to pay. Were I ever to launch any kind of subscription-only content, it would be something entirely different, e.g., a daily riff matrix, a strategy forum for business leaders, or, depending on how the gym work goes, an extraordinarily explicit OnlyFans page. Time will tell. Annoyingly vague update. Some of the more observant oh dear, I can't edit this I just have to record. This just has to be raw Robbins. Some of the more observant Robbins apologists amongst you may have noticed that, aside from promoting my two passions of digital tax software and plant-based alternatives to cheese, there has been a slight slowing of the inexorable content machine that is brand Robbins over the last couple of months. This is due to a number of factors, including, and limited to, natural breaks between podcast series, a post-Edinburgh sabbatical from thinking about stand-up, finding Twitter an increasingly baffling and joyless place to exist, and effing golf courses closing due to bad weather every goddamn time we try and film on them. Also, not to venture too far into the irritating world of Instagram-inflected wellness speak, but major changes have been undertaken for the beta testing of Johnny J.R. Mark 18, or if you're... or if you're a Mac user... But major changes have been undertaken for the beta testing of Johnny J.R. Mark 18, or, if you're a Mac user, John Robbins Algarve. Or, if you're a Mac user, John Robbins' Algarve. I am feeling brighter, healthier, wiser, impossible, sexier, now we know you're joshing, and even more relevant. This is due to a number of changes which will no doubt be more explicitly discussed on terrestrial radio stage, these very pages, or most likely all three. For now, the takeaway is that Johnny JR is hashtag hot to trot for 2023 and ready to put pedal to the metal in the endeavour sportage of creativity. Where's it headed? Content. That's where. Howl Tour update. The final few dates for the Howl Tour haven't come online in quite as neat a fashion as I would have liked. However, Johnny JR Mark 18 is all about progress, not perfection, and progress has been made. Tickets will be on sale Friday the 26th of January at 10 a.m. for Norwich, 13th and 14th of September 2023, Dublin, 4th of December 2023. If the pages and the links above are not forthcoming, please wait until 10 a.m. or a few minutes after for things to update. I'm just going to actually edit that now. If the pages at the links above good edit. All 50 odd other dates are listed on my website with links to buy here. https://www.johnrobbins.com/shows. A Brighton date will be going on sale very soon. At the minute, all I have is the date, which will be the 10th of December, so block out some time in your diaries for your mind to recover accordingly. The Bristol date will be on sale soon. It's likely to be the 15th of December, but confirmation is dependent on a venue being signed off. Now, far be it from me to suggest they built a whole theatre just for Johnny JR. That's for others to say. But I hope you can understand that rushing architects, master craftsmen and craftswomen, town planners and mayors is beyond even my ability. So stay tuned. Made Up Games Live. I'm 99% sure that another run of made-up games at the Bloomsbury Theatre is going on sale today. The dates are 17th, 18th and 19th of April. Again, I don't think the specific page is up yet, but you can either navigate from here, then there's a link, or feel to Google it, or feel free to Google it. These sold out pretty sharpish last time, so stand by your beds. Beef's Golf Club Season 2. And there's a picture of Beef, me and Jimmy Anderson on a Zoom. We begin recording the second series of BGC imminently. Delightfully, due to Beef's professional comeback, our recording schedule now has to fit around his schedule on the European tour. So it's very much a case of go Beef, and watching him at ungodly hours on my Now TV subscription, a portion of which has been made tax deductible by his comeback. Go Beef! Let's hope he doesn't lose any Beef's golf balls on the water. Let's hope he doesn't lose any Beef's Golf Club golf balls in the waters of Dubai. Robbins Rex. I was lucky enough to get to do a few Christmas shows with Mike Wozniak, dream sportage companion, upstanding provincial dad, and 33.3% of the Three Bean Salad podcast. Firstly, Three Bean Salad is the funniest podcast I've ever heard, so if you've not already subscribed, then for the sake of all highly evolved crabs, do click on this link. And secondly, Mike's tour show is a unique and wonderful comedic experience that only he could have devised. You can find dates here. On the topic of touring shows, friend, comrade and hero Josie Long is on tour with her show Re-Enchantment. I'm always completely blown away by Josie's stand-up. How someone who so wholeheartedly engages with all that is unfair, unjust and brutal about the modern world can create such empowering, uplifting and ass-bouncingly funny comedy is something I will never comprehend. Her tickets are here. Finally, very few people get to spend a huge amount of time with their guardian angels, let alone with their kittens and flatmate Luke. Even fewer get to play dodgeball with them or taste the hot avocado they have cooked for you in complete disregard of all culinary traditions, tastes, and basic human logic. So imagine how lucky I feel to not only to experience all of the above, but also to be on their live podcast Cuddle Club at the Soho Theatre for our Valentine's special where we will definitely find our wives and husbands. Alas, tickets have sold out. After all, Say what you like about cutie pies like us, but we don't have get bums on seats. However, it would brighten the day of the brightest person I know if you subscribe to Lou Sanders' Cuddle Club podcast. Also, it's brownie points / more hot avocado for me, as I asked her to sign up to this newsletter to check it was working. Come to think of it, not a bad test to see if she's read to the end. Any other business? I think we've done pretty darn well, don't you? You can still book me for even more bespoke content on Cameo. Oh, and the live show with Ellis at the Just for Laughs Festival in London has moved venue. But don't panic. It's moved from a room inside the O2 to a Spiegel tent near the entrance, so I'm led to believe. Apologies if this was communicated to you in a slightly confusing way by your ticket provider. And tickets are available here. Right then, this took an astonishing 3 hours to write, but I loved every second. And remember, gratitude is an attitude. I'm going to cook some prawns, then radio tomorrow, followed by craniosacral. Thanks, Lou. Love you, bye.